Hello, Joel Tadman here from Golf Monthly. Today we're doing a head-to-head between the Cobra King F7 Plus driver, you can see it there, against the new Cobra King F8 Plus driver that is replacing it. I actually prefer the look of the Cobra King F7 Plus driver. It's obviously, this one I've got here is the blue colour. It comes in a few different colours, whereas the King F8 Plus just comes in this one option. I prefer the simplicity of the King F7 Plus. It's got that kind of matte blue finish with a checkered pattern that you can just about see, and then a nice black face that contrasts nicely with that blue colour to align the face, whereas the King F8 Plus is a busier looking driver. Cobra say that all this stuff going on the leading edge is going to increase clubhead speed, and from my testing that I've done with this driver and other drivers that have got drag reducing technology, that effect is pretty minimal. In terms of profile, very similar profiles down by the ball, both very inviting to hit actually. The new one, the King F8 Plus, seems to have a look of a flatter face, which I actually quite like. Makes it kind of a little bit easier to see where the face is pointing. Feel and sound is quite different actually. The King F8 Plus definitely has a more kind of muted sound to it. I'd say the King F7 Plus was a little bit louder. Not too much in it. This one, the new one, probably feels a little bit more solid as well, more stable at impact, more kind of forgiving across the face. The other thing to talk about is the differences in adjustability. Obviously, with the King F7 Plus had 3 weight ports there, so 12 gram and 2 grams that you can move around, whereas the King F8 Plus just has that front and back adjustability. I tested them both in the stock extra stiff shaft with the 12 gram weight, so the heavier weight, both of them in the front setting, so for the low spin, low launch setting. I've got the numbers here on my phone from the GC2 launch monitor. This is dry ball data using premium golf balls. So you might have seen my F7 driver review from last year, whenever it was. I actually really didn't hit the F7 very well at all that day. Luckily I had a much better day with it on this testing session up against each other. So for the King F7 Plus driver, average carry of 280 yards, peaking at 41, spinning at 1.8, which is quite low, launching at 16.7 degrees with ball speed of 155. Very good, 280 yards. I'll obviously swing it pretty well on this day because that's certainly one of the higher average carry distances I would expect from a driver. But the F8, as you can see, the F8 Plus did outdo it in some areas. Well, most notably in carry distance, you'll see the average carry went up to 282 yards. But look at that big ball speed jump there, 159, so 4 miles an hour quicker ball speed off the face, slightly lower launch angle and a touch more spin, surprisingly. So not necessarily going to run out or a whole lot more than the King F7 Plus, but and a slightly higher ball flight, peaking at 43. So there wasn't really much difference in performance. But like I said, I would say the forgiveness has improved considerably in the King F8 Plus compared to the King F7 Plus. Just feels a lot more stable, more solid across various strike points. Certainly seemed to feel a lot better, less of a drop off in sound and feel on those off centre hits. But the differences in performance were actually quite minimal. I think if you've got a King F7 Plus driver, I don't think you need to worry too much about upgrading. Obviously the King F8 Plus does improve on it in some areas, notably distance and forgiveness. I wouldn't say it improves on it in looks. I actually prefer the look of the King F7 Plus driver, but the King F8 Plus is going to give you a little bit more distance. There you have it, not much in it. We've got the ball data there to demonstrate modern technology can only do so much. The manufacturers are limited to what the clubs can do out the middle, and I only got a fraction more ball speed from this new Cobra CNC milled face, but it did definitely give me more stability, more forgiveness, more consistency on those off-centre hits, and that is going to be a big thing for a lot of golfers. If you want to hit more accurate drives, which is the way golfers are going these days, distances, people necessarily aren't looking for more distance, they want to hit more fairways. The King F8 Plus is probably the way to go. If you've got a King F7 Plus driver, modern technology isn't running away from you, but there is marginal gains to be had with the King F8 Plus driver. Hope you found that useful. I'd love to hear your feedback. Comment down below, let us know what you think of this video. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.